Okay, I'm gonna try to give you a fatherly speech without sounding like a dad. Like, I understand that you've heard this 1,000 times, but you've heard it 1,000 times from your parents, and to be honest, your parents probably aren't very good at explaining it, or there's always the thing that you have very little respect for your parents when you're younger, and then as you mature and get older, you get closer to them and you realize, wow, they were right all along. Okay, I'm at that point, and I also happen to be, I don't want to say a role model for you guys, although I happen to be for some of you, and some of you have even said I'm like a father figure to you, which is a little on the weird side, but hey, if I gotta be that guy, I'll be that guy. It's cool with me. Now I don't want to make it sound like I was getting some 4.0 GPA, all A's in my classes. Uh, I, I don't want to say I was the dumb kid in school. I was not the dumb kid in school. I just didn't apply myself, and I'm thinking a lot of you guys probably have that problem too. We'll get into that later. Basically, you need a 2.0 GPA to graduate here. I had a 1.8 and still graduated. I took summer school classes. I actually took summer school classes after I walked across the stage at graduation. There was not a diploma in the little booklet that they handed me. I actually had to have that. I think I picked it up at the school later, or they mailed it to me. I don't remember. Basically, I did the bare minimum that anybody could ever do and still get out of school with a diploma. I could have taken the easy way out. I could have gotten the GED and all that other crap, but I felt like I was, and without sounding like I realize some of you guys are probably dropouts, but without sounding like a jerk, I didn't want to feel like a loser and have to get a GED, or worse yet, not have either one. I wanted my diploma. I wanted to be able to say that I had my diploma. I knew that I wasn't going to apply myself enough to get into a good college. I didn't try in school at all, and it's stupid. Okay, I I spent more time and effort not trying than I would have if I had just paid attention in class. If they tell you the answers, they're right in the book. You can read them. They teach them to you, and then they give you a test based on what they've taught you and given you the answers. I could have done that. I chose not to. I took the hard way out. Something in my brain just told me to rebel, so I rebelled. I took the hard way out. I did my best not to do any of my schoolwork. I didn't do homework. I would skip tests or sleep through them. I made like 17s in classes. You know how hard you have to try to make a 17? Like, it's difficult to make a 17. Okay, you understand a 17? That's borderline impossible to do. Like, you show up for class and they're like, okay, you get a 70. In a lot of cases, not all of them. Okay, I failed a gym class because I refused to dress out. And it wasn't even that I refused to dress out. I refused to take off my hoodie. Okay, I wouldn't not wear my hoodie. I'd go in there, I'd take my pants off, I'd put my sports shorts on, and I'd just leave my t-shirt and my hoodie on, which was disgusting looking back on it. Very unhygienic, and there was probably a reason they didn't want me wearing that hoodie. It was probably very smelly. I would assume. But, I didn't intend to do anything in the class anyways, so what did it matter? And if I did do anything, I took the hoodie off. So, what was I proving by taking a 0 for dressing out and getting a 0 for the day? Nothing. And I only did that once. I actually took PE all 4 years of high school. That was my freshman year, and I was just being a dick. I really was. Point being, it's not that hard to get good grades in school, and I realize for some people it is. Some people do have learning disabilities, etc., etc. But if you don't, you've really got no excuse. Okay, I had ADD. Surprise! I had ADD, and I suppose I still have ADD. I took medication for it for 1 semester, best semester I've ever had, all A's and B's, and that's simply because I was zombified. Okay? Basically, I was unable to sleep in class because it kept me just awake enough that I was awake. But it kept me mellow enough that I wasn't acting out in class and I wasn't trying to get in trouble. So basically, I just sat there and paid attention the entire time. That's what I did. Test came around. Well, I can't sleep. Might as well take the test. Blow through the test. 5 minutes. – Make like an 80 or 90 on it. Move on. Okay? all I did was pay attention. And after that semester, I realized, this really isn't that bad. So I started trying in some of my classes, the histories, the Englishes, things of that matter. Not math. I hate math. I have always hated math since the very beginning, like kindergarten. I hated math. And to be honest, I think that's probably okay. I haven't used any of it since I graduated, and generally, if you get a job, they'll give you the formulas and everything that you need. You just learn that specific math, and then you're fine. You need to know basic accounting and things like that to pay bills and manage your expenses and things like that. But basic stuff, there's certain things that you need to know. And I'm not going to tell you which classes you don't need. You probably already know, but that's, you know. So I lost track of where I was going with that. You do need most of your classes in life. History really doesn't seem that important to you right now, maybe, but in the future, you're going to go, wow, I'm glad that I know that blank happened on blank year. Because if I hadn't known that, I wouldn't have been able to hold up my end of this conversation, and I would look like a retard right now. English, clearly helpful. I don't know if you guys realize this, but if you use proper grammar and spelling on the internet, people think you're way smarter than you are. You know why? Because they're dipshits that can't use proper spelling and grammar. It's that simple. I mean, it's really, really easy. It's not that difficult. And spelling is really easy on the internet because you have the spell check thing. The red squiggly line means you done goofed. You got to get rid of that shit, fix it. And once you fix it, you no longer look like an idiot, right? Don't use slang terms. It's pretty simple, like, not that hard. Health. Hello, you know how many bones I've broken? I already knew the names of all of them thanks to health class. Plus, they taught me how to have sex. Kinda. A little iffy on that. Their techniques, not quite right, but you'll work on it. You'll get better at it. Yeah. Yeah, don't tell me about those stories. I don't want to know. So basically what I'm saying is it's okay to be intelligent. You don't have to go out of your way to be dumb. And I realize a lot of this has nothing to do with skateboarding, but at the same time it has everything to do with skateboarding. Because you're a representative of skateboarding. You make skateboarding look better when people know that you're a skateboarder and they also know that you're an intelligent person. They don't just view you as a slacker. On top of that, you won't be grounded, so you'll be able to skate. You get better at skating. You can go places with it, right? Maybe you won't be a professional skateboarder, but maybe you'll pick up some things in your business class that'll make you go, maybe I want to open a skate shop. Maybe I want to open a skate park. Maybe I want to start my own deck company. Whatever. There's a lot of things you can do within skateboarding that aren't necessarily skateboarding. That's a different video entirely. I'm going to get out of here before I waste too much more of your time. I'm past 8 minutes, and a lot of you have already clicked away from this video. That's the way it goes.